Hello, my friends. Just taking my glasses off. I'm back. It's been a while. There's been a lot going on. I say that every time. Okay, ignore that. Everyone's got a busy life, and I think that's part of what I wanted to talk about today. Just how busy things have gotten, and what I'm going to do with the podcast. I have put some time and effort into it. I've decided I really enjoy doing it. And then when I decided to change from being mostly about weight loss to the Life by Design show, I didn't really consider what that change was going to be. And I still haven't, except that my whole thing about my life at the moment is about living authentically and being honest with those around me, which is a challenge because that's about being vulnerable and exposed and doing what you get nudged about. So, having conversations that you feel nudged to have and owning up to things, just life and transparency. So, I think I mentioned in one of my previous podcasts about the three different parts of who you are. So, you've got your public self, your private self, and your secret self. And the person that gave me this information also said at the time that when you can amalgamate all three, that's when you're living in authenticity and being your authentic self. So there's no separation between your public and private and secret selves. So you're showing up with your essence really. And I look at it as wearing masks. So you might, we might, I might have a particular mask I wear when I'm with my workmates or in a work environment, in a work meeting, where I think there's an agreed to set of norms and behaviours and a trust level and an exposing of yourself level. So you wouldn't want to show certain things at work that you might show with your best friend, for example, because workmates aren't, by virtue of the fact that they're workmates, they aren't best friends. And yeah, so it's I think in our way of living in our society, we have to wear masks for different things. But breaking that down and doing it to a minimum, maybe trying to not have as much separation between those things, particularly, I guess, in the relationships with people that you love, who love and know you the best. So we can break down those walls because the people that we love the most teach us who we are. That's a little revelation that I've had. So at the beginning of the year, well, actually end of last year, beginning of this year, I went to New Zealand for 6 weeks and I stayed with my siblings and I spent time with my nieces and nephews and my mother and some friends and I had such a impactful visit. I spent time with the people in life, apart from my children, and that's a different set of relationships. Marshall was there, so that there was actually a child there. Excuse me, hat head. That's the truth. That's why I'm wearing a hat because I went out today with a hat on, so I was watching sport. Anyway, off the subject. Yeah, so I spent time with people that I love and know and who know me. And I got to build relationships in a different way because we're not together all the time and a lot. And I was living there for 6 weeks. So I was just one of the crew, one of the sisters, one of the children, one of the siblings, an auntie that was around. Yeah. So, and friend, I had caught up with some friends over there too. So, yeah, it really taught me who I am in relationship. connects with people. And so therefore who I am, because relationships are so important to me, that I probably want to do my best work and put my best person forward for those people. And so that the amount of love I feel towards them and that they gave me back gave me that security and safety and love and just that beautiful feeling of being enveloped in and cherished, that I could find myself. It was a really, really, really awesome holiday, awesome time. And it wasn't lost on me how big it was. And for those who know who you are and who I'm talking about, because I know that I've said this to you, yeah, it was really, really precious. And I feel like a different person because of it. Yeah. And I want to take that forward into other relationships that I have and continue to be that in the world. And that looks differently every day, I think. We come up with interactions with people and things that may or may not go well, and who are we in that moment, and what can we learn from that moment, and how to behave and act better. And yeah, I had a slight. I have things happening every day. Like, it's tiring. It's fun. It's good. It's great for my life, and I'm learning a lot. So I wrote some things down. I didn't want to wear glasses because the light reflects. So mind you, that's because they're probably pretty dirty as well. So give them a quick play and see if that helps. I thought I had a new clock in here. Anyway, glasses on. Hello, people. I can see you better. I did write some things down, and I don't know what I'm going to come across because I've written a lot of things down in the last little while. So, okay, I'm going to read something to you. So I had an incident happen last week, maybe 2 weeks ago, where I was confronted by something massive, something very big that scared me, and I had to face something from the past. Doesn't matter what it was, because what happened is I took it to heart, and I really felt it, and I felt like it became overwhelming, and I I could feel that it was about to swallow me. It was like being really faced with depression, and face to face, like in this moment, I need to face this, and I can feel that, oh my goodness, I've done this, and just that sinking feeling that you've done the wrong thing and that you have to make up for it. And then, oh my goodness, I'm so stupid. I go into all my self-talk of, yeah, how could I have done that? Look at what I've done. I've ruined my life, da 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 da. And the drama starts to unfold in my thinking. And along with that, very quickly becomes that dark cloud of depression, where I can go from that point to getting stuck in like quicksand of trying to get myself out, and having just a despair, a real depressive despair. And it just dawned on me when I was thinking this through, what happened in one moment from when I went from Carol, who has a good life, set up with all the things I love and doing and people and that, and then to the next minute, oh my goodness, I don't want to go on. I can't cope with this. I'm suffering. It's actually, in my world, nothing changed. I just recognized as something I have to deal with. And so I was able in that moment to shrink the thing down as to being something I needed to deal with. And look, like a bag of old rubbish that you've got to take out and stick in the rubbish. You got to deal with it. You've got to look at it. You've got to package it up. You've got to tie the knot. You've got to get it out of your house and move it elsewhere. Well, that's kind of exactly like this situation. So looking at it from that perspective, it's not the overwhelming task that can break me. It's a little bit of mess that I've created that I now have to deal with. And that gave me such freedom because I could put my emotions back together and use it as something to learn from, and then give it the time and space it needs to work out the best way to deal with it, the best way to handle it, to not let myself off the hook. And I know that I can do this by postponing and doing it at another time, but there will be a right time to deal with this. And that's not today. I've got a few other things that I have to deal with in these next moments, next days and weeks. So prepare for it though, don't let it go. And I'm actually getting really good at asking other people to help me be accountable. So, like my flatmate, I've been talking to him just about my budget and things. So keeping on track, and my sisters keep me accountable as well. So I'm really lucky with Sarah. I asked her if she can call me and make sure that I don't put games back on my phone. So I'm accountable to her. I actually said, can you please ring me and make sure that I don't? Because I get so addicted to them. I can spend hours. I think I've told you this, and it's not good. Because I went out today. I had a great day. I thought I'm not putting anything on my phone, and I went and had a beautiful day. Walked around Brisbane. People dressing so smart. Oh, the people watching was gorgeous. Really stunning people, hey, and beautiful, beautiful sunny day. So yeah, I wouldn't have done that if I had been A, depressed, and B, playing games. So yeah, it's good. I don't know if this is going to work. I'm just checking the time. I put a timer on, but my phone's gone to sleep because it's night. So I don't know whether it's going to tell me what time to finish. But anyway, I'm enjoying myself having a chat. Yes, so I do have some work to do on podcasty things, and I'm aware of this. My thumbnails need a bit of attention. I get that. I also, if you know me, like that I like my cup of tea really, really weak. I like a really milky cup of tea. I like an Earl Grey actually, and that for some reason the Twinings ones, they don't draw very well. They're always very weak. So when you add milk, it does look like milky water. And my sisters give me a hard time, especially Helen, because my cups of tea look ridiculous. So I was thinking about making it one of my lines in my podcast is like, well, I'm not everyone's cup of tea, cup of milky tea. But I wanted it to be positive. So I've got a few options. I think I've got them on my phone. And I'll put them in the chat. I keep saying I'll put things in the chat and I don't. I'll put them in the comments and get you to vote on them. I'll do that on the Facebook group, actually. So where it will be my photos. Let's have a little looky. Why is Apple doing this with photos? I don't want that. I just want the photos in my library. Here we go. It says a positive way of having a particularly comfy milky cup of tea. Okay, it's a milky cup of tea with its own loyal fans. No, that's not me. It's not trying to be everyone's milky cup of tea, yet it's proudly its own blend. I kind of like that one. That was my favourite. And Helen's favourite was it's a unique milky cup of tea that stands out from the crowd. I love your work, Helen. Of course you like that one. So I'm going to ask you to vote. I'm going to put up a poll and ask which cup of tea reference, Carol the cup of tea chick, is the one that kind of suits me and my podcast the best. So look for that in the Facebook group. Our Facebook group isn't getting much traction, but then I haven't had a lot of content either. So trying to change that up. And I know everyone's busy. Everyone's got things to do. And my podcasts aren't ones like the true crime ones that I listen to that I can listen to for 3 or 4 hours and sort of snip in and out and do what I'm doing and have it in the background, but also take notice of. And I've decided my true crime podcasts are the best way to get things done. So I can put on a podcast, put my thingies in my ear, and walk around the house with my phone in my active pants pocket so that I don't go in and out of range of my phone. And I get so much done doing that. So that's my new thing. I'm going to do that again instead of playing silly games on my phone that just waste my time. They're designed so well, when you look at it, they're made by people who want to take your attention. They want to give you the dopamine hit, just like scrolling. Oh, look, when you're out in the city watching people on their phones, they've taken over. We're really, really addicted to them. It's nice when you see couples talking together and families together with no devices. I really like that. Yeah. I mean, there's a time for devices. We can move off to our own spaces and have our devices. But when it's stopping you from living a good life and when you kind of have a list of things you want to do and you don't end up by doing them because you're busy on your phone, it's encroaching on your life, and it's something we have to mind against. Anyway, that's enough preaching from me because I'm not preaching to you, I'm preaching to myself. I know how bad I've got it sometimes. And my last thing before I leave, I've been on a journey with shopping, buying clothes, making clothes, fitting clothes, and I'm really enjoying it because the one side of the weight loss journey that I've been on is that I've not, well, I love clothes. I love buying clothes. I love having lots of clothes. I love changing them up and not wearing the same thing all the time and just having a moment that I feel like this person, so wearing this. And I still want to do that, but I can afford to spend a bit more money, so have a bit more intention around my wardrobe, and I'm really enjoying it. I'm exploring for the first time. My grandmother was a particularly stylish woman. She had a presence and new clothes, and I can remember when I lived close by her in Auckland. I can remember going shopping with her and going and just feeling the fabrics because she was a seamstress as well. And we used to feel the fabrics and talk about clothes together. And I treasure that. And yeah, I would like to just continue that in my own life. And there was a lot of shame around being fat and overweight and dressing. So trying to hide in clothes, trying to hide in colour, trying to mask, areas of my body that I didn't like the look of. I mean, there wasn't much about my body I did like the look of, to be honest. And even now, I was this morning with the trousers that I wore, I was asking my sister if they look all right, if my tummy looks big. It's like, my goodness, it's fine. And there's just really good ways to dress it to de-accentuate something you don't like and then accentuate areas that you do like. So yeah, it's been a fun experiment. And today I went out without any makeup on because I thought I'm wasting the morning because I've been playing games, of course. And so if by the time I put my phone down, it's like I'm going to miss the day. If I, fluff around and put on, my alarm did go off. If I fluff around and put on makeup and do my hair and all that, it's going to be another hour before I leave. Best I just leave. So I put a hat on, get rid of the hat head, and a stylish pair of sunglasses, which made me recognise that I need prescription sunglasses. I'm going to do that when I go to Bali. And I put lipstick on because I've got the glasses on, you see. You can't see. So I put lipstick on and then who knows? I've got glasses on. You can't see that I don't have makeup on. So, and my skin's looking all right. I feel like I can get away without foundation. So anyway, that's what I decided to do. I got out. I had a great time, a really great time. So many wonderful things happening. Whoever knew? There was a guy in the park with a sign up that said free listening. Well, I had to talk to him, of course. Someone's asking to give away free listening. Gosh, I'd be silly to walk past that. Save somebody else's ears. Oh, yeah, it was funny. It was good. Anyway, I hope you've had a great weekend. I hope that you come back soon. I hope that I come back soon. I hope that you look up the Facebook book group and let's see where this new variety of podcast takes us. Yeah. Be blessed. Have a great Sunday. Enjoy your next week. And I'll talk to you again soon. Be authentic. Be yourself. There's only one of you. The world needs you. Bye.